Alright, caught the last few fights of the week. Testing a new formation. No, not really new, it's just like I just put in Galania and her friend Cicera. My win rate is pretty sweet actually. 38 and then 4 losses. Pretty good. Anyway, there's 9 minutes left of arena. My opinion on Arkan was he's not that. I mean, he is decent as a unit, but for arena, where you need to get wins and stuff, you rather have something with more damage, right? Rather than something to hold a lane, unless you're running Lucy. So I'm not using him. I mean, really, 39 wins and 4 losses is pretty good. Yeah, the main problem in my formation is anything that is really tanky, like a Grand or Valtor. The Voltor doesn't die early. It's a bit of a problem for my team to kill, because my Alec is probably gonna die after the first attack. You know, there's no chance for him to survive. In this case, he did, but okay, sure. I mean, the new GOC unit, what's the name? Galania or something? The one that gives you the drug to live with 1 HP. I think she might have some uses. We'll talk about that after all the fights are done. I think, at least, that she could be useful if your team is like really offensive and you have a couple of taunts to hold the line and stuff. You just entirely to avoid dying to counters, you know. But if you're gonna fit a support in, it's basically one slot lost. So it's a bit of an issue. Because you actually lose a warrior or a mage if you're gonna run something like that. Well, I'm gonna get wrecked, I think. Oh wait, Kaylin survives. I think Kaylin is super underrated as a unit. Extremely underrated. Susera is like the kind of unit that does the finishing blow, I guess, because the AoE is big, fixed damage. I mean, goes through defense, but I think, but you have to pair her with something that multi-hits. And I'm hoping to meet someone that's using the new support, the Galania or something. But evidently, no, I don't think we're gonna have any, because there's 5 minutes left. Oh wait, there was one just now. Yeah, but I mean, you can see from that fight, it wasn't that good. You know, you're using a slot for support that keeps your unit alive for like a single round. Because anything at 1 HP is gonna die so easily. So you could combo her with Beliath. A Beliath team would be decent, I think. Because then you have double last survival techniques, right? Something like that. Anyway, this is what I go through every week. You know, spend The last 2 hours of arena, spamming some swords that you saved up through the week. Quite decent. I started today at like two four something, 2 4 something points. My defense rate is horrible. I'll let you guys see later. I practically lose every single fight. Literally every fight. Because this formation that I'm using relies on Bane getting the first taunt off. So the defense is really bad. So Bane takes the first hit, and then Kaelin just takes over from then. Gunther. Gunther 15. You know, I kind of regret getting my Gunther to 15. But in a way, I think it's okay, because Gunther for World Boss is pretty nice. And I think for Gate of Chaos, Gunther would be quite decent as a boss killer. So I think this sort of justifies, well, it doesn't really, but the diamonds that I used to get my Gunther to 15. Arena wise, it's too paper, in my opinion. Too glass, the unit, you know. So basically now in Arena, I mean I'm doing this video to rant my thoughts on the last few fights of Arena for the week, but Gunther as Arena unit can be used. It's just that you need a lot of things to make sure your Gunther is really strong. You could use a Veronia, you can use the new support, keep him alive after he does that massive AoE, that cross. But is it worth it though, to depend and put all your eggs on Gunther? I mean, that's a question you gotta ask yourself if you're gonna run Gunther. Like, you're gonna use a lot of things to make sure your Gunther is useful. I mean, I tried him 3 weeks ago. The results were not that fantastic. Right, I'm gonna be honest, it's not that OP. Because he doesn't survive anything. And if you meet a Celia opponent, and then your Gunther damage is going to be so much lower, you're not going to kill the things that he should kill normally. I mean, I haven't done a Brave 9 video in like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, but I think this formation is pretty good for attacking, because I got a lot of stuff that will not die easily, you know, so it's kind of tanky attacking wise. Like basically, if anything keeps hitting Kaelin, right, so we got 168 points in 48 fights. 44 wins, 4 losses. I think it's okay. It's arena spam swords formation. Okay, look at the defense. It's literally all red. Like, I get the random solo win somewhere. The defense is horrible. Okay, this formation for defense, super horrible, really bad. But attacking is like so green. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's really good. And the main key of this formation is the late Alec. Right, the late Alec will kind of kill taunts, or hopefully get some collateral. Alright. And of course he has direct damage, so it's pretty nice. I ended up at 15 this week. Arena is over. See if I can find that fight with the Galania? No, it's not this guy. The Galania. Alright, Galania. Let's go through this again. Who was it again? Windbirds? No. Caden? No. Esmery, Arthur, Arthur. Alright, so we're gonna do an attack from him. Alright, basically the same formation. See what his team does. You don't look at my team. Look at his team. Basically what Galania is gonna do for your team. Alright, so the cross is in the middle. He wants to keep the Jin alive. Oh, that's a really strong Grand. Holy shit. 42k HP. Yeah, so everything was going with this Grand. This Grand is 15, I think. Yeah, 15 plus 15 Grand. Triple red star. Really tanky. But I mean, you can also see how useless my team is defending. And the point of this is, you really don't see what's the use of Galania. Like, what's her use? If you're an attacking team in arena, right? It's not essential to have a Galania attacking wise. You don't need her, because you have other things that help you tank the damage. Your unit is not gonna die. Like, you literally don't see the use of Galania at all. Look, the Jin died. I mean, there's no need at all for Galania in an arena team. I mean, you can make her useful in other aspects of the game, you know, Evil Castle, campaign and stuff. So your unit doesn't die and heals up. But in this case, you can see it's just not that good. After this, we'll go with the... Okay, forget it. We're gonna go with the attacking side, where the Galania team is defending. So he was unlucky because the Bane was in the lane of his Jin, so the Jin is gonna die immediately. I think. The Jin is gonna die immediately, right? Let's see. Oh wait, the Jin survives 1 HP. And heals up. Okay, so you see the use of that. I don't think it's very good, in my opinion. Because now once it's used up, you don't get it anymore. Like the buff is now, you don't get it anymore. Yeah, you don't get it anymore when survived by the immortal drug. So you just get one more extra life. Sort of like Lucy and not really like Lucy, in a way. So I don't really see Galania becoming really good for Arena as a unit by itself. I don't think so. I mean, but she's an entirely free unit, you know, so probably 99% of the server that's hardworking and clears GOC is gonna have her at max. So decent, but I don't think she's gonna be that good in Arena. Unless you really like focus on one DPS that you make sure that that guy does not die. Like I mentioned just now, Gunther. Alright, so this HP to 1 instead of dying removes immortal drug effect. I think the buffs are nice. Crit damage is always good. Attack, crit rate, also nice. See the base stats of her. 174.0. I mean, it's normal for 5-star support. I just don't think that she's gonna be that good for Arena. Alright. And then we have Arkan, who is quite recent, and because I haven't done any videos. Um, I have 15 Arkan, and I'm going to tell you guys that Arkan as a unit, you're gonna need a unit or couple of units that always get kills. Nyvea, Alec, something that always get a kill. You're gonna make sure that your Arkan stays alive. Okay, I'm running a Fatal Rage on Arkan because anytime a unit on the enemy team dies, Arkan crits, and then he heals the full. If he doesn't crit, then okay, he gets a little bit of HP, he survives a little bit more. The skill set of Arkan is mainly just to block a lane, if you know what I mean. He's immune to debuffs, cannot get buffs. You can't build a team around Arkan. This is quite interesting though. This with the crit and crit damage runes does kill Valtor. Alright, it kills Valtor easily. Alright, it just shocks him to death. It's quite funny to see. But Arkan as a unit, if you don't have him high plus, just not that interesting or strong in Arena. For World Arena though, it's an entirely different story because you cannot use that many legends, you don't get the Lucy's, uh, and you can actually substitute Lucius for Arkan, and Arkan will do a good job in a World Arena. But if you're playing a high tier arena in your server, Arkan is not that important. I mean, I don't even use Lucy in my arena team, and mine is 12, so I mean, it's not that bad. Could be better, but I don't see it being worth to invest in Arkan at all. I'm just gonna explain this again. So basically, any unit that's buffed with a range, which becomes a cross at 10, alright, you're gonna get a drug um, that keeps you at 1 HP when you take the fatal damage. Yeah, like I mentioned just now, and you saw yourself, Galania is a unit for main arena, not that strong. Could be useful. Let's say maybe you have a Veronia um, buffing Gunther, right? And then Galania has the buff on Gunther as well. Gunther's damage increases because of all the buffs. And then you have maybe another support, whatever you think of, maybe a Floria or something. Floria increases HP. So your whole strat is based on buffing a single unit and making sure that unit doesn't die immediately. And if that unit has a huge range, that unit survives for 2 rounds. It's just not that strong because you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Defense wise, it's not that important as well because if you're using taunts, then doesn't make it that important at all. Right, so I don't think investing your books in Galania will be a good idea for Arena. If you want to use her or you have a whole huge uh, stock of 5-star books, sure, why not, go ahead. Just not a priority right now. I am trying to red star my Floria because I want to try some Floria shenanigans in World Arena and Arena as well. Floria in Jin is like super amazing, alright? It's like amazing, huge HP, nothing's gonna kill Jin too easily. I would recommend you guys, if you're gonna red star any unit, go for the supports first. And then if you have surplus slimes, go for things that need more HP. Because the attack wise, you can have buffs to buff that up, right? HP is a little bit different, it's a little bit difficult to buff HP. unless that unit has an innate skill that increases their own HP. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. I think it's a bit too long for you guys, about 20 minutes. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, share, put a thumbs up on the video, and then subscribe to the channel. I mean, this game is an old game. It's about 2-3 years old already. Hopefully, any new players that play, you're still enjoying the game, and hopefully, the developers actually manage to, how do I say, increase the hype over it. Right? Because I really like this game mechanics-wise. It's really good. So I've been playing it for so long. Um, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm out.